It's one of them reviews just before work. You remember, kids, lay off the drugs. Yeah, that's how I woke up this morning. Nice comment on YouTube. Well done. And it's a thing to go by when you're talking about drugs. Let's talk about Old Dogs. Now, I thought this was a Disney film, but it's not a Disney film. I think it's because it starts off with one of them massive Disney adverts where it's really showcasing what Blu-ray is going to be, you know, the next generation of format. One of them. This is what it sounds like. Anyway, I want to see there new Disney Movie Awards. So then Up, I believe Up's in there. Cheers, thanks for a bundle. So yeah, now you wonder why I did think it was a Disney film. Anyway, okay, Old Dogs, right. I talked to Brittany about this the other day, and I said, you know, I watched Jumanji last night as well, actually. So, double Robin Williams. I'm not doing a good band what the fuck to Robin Williams, because Robin Williams is absolutely amazing, and he's such a massive loss. Now, a lot of people know of Jumanji. A lot of people know of Dead Poets Society. A lot of people know of Mrs. Doubtfire. A lot of people know of Hook. It's snowing. He has some absolutely golden gems, right? And Old Dogs seem to go under the radar. Now, if you've never seen it, I highly recommend you're not watching this review. Give us a thumbs up. Where is that fucking phone? What's it? And go and check it out if you can get a hold of it. I had to dig this out of Arcadia last night. It's Matthew Connor. And I've never seen Brittany laugh so much. So Travolta, Williams and Seth Green on the front cover with King Kong there. Storyline is they are business friends, and it shows you a massive montage of a young John Travolta and Robin Williams. And, you know, some pictures are real, a few will be badly photoshopped and stuff like that. And basically, they're into selling sports ideas. A bit like what women want, you know, the marketing strategies and stuff like that. Now, Robin has had a bit of a downfall. He gets divorced and Travolta takes him to Miami. He gets Fremont tattooed on his chest when it should say free man. Goes on an absolute bender around Miami. Meets a girl, gets married, gets an annulment, so he gets divorced twice within 24 hours. And John Travolta always tells him, anyone, the sales pitch, and leads him up and, you know, give pity on this man as he tries to deliver the big sales pitch. Now, they're trying to sell it to a Japanese company, you know, get the contract. There's a lot of money. So they're working hard, and all of a sudden, the girl from 7 years ago comes back into his life, and she's going to prison for 2 weeks and needs someone to look after her 2 kids. And he realises that they're his kids now. He's got twins. But that's the outline of the story. And it's all about John Travolta being Uncle Charlie and him coming in to, like, they're trying to get this business deal done, and they're trying to look after these 2 kids. And it is absolutely laugh out loud comedy. How this is a PG, I mean, there's a lot of cameos in this. You've got Matt Dillon in it. You've got Justin Long, who's hilarious. You've got Dexter. Louis Gutzman are in it. Seth Green's in it. There is a lot of famous people in this. There is a lot of slapstick, laugh out loud comedy bits. There's a bit where they get the pills mixed up about the drugs, who takes in the morning. Robin Williams gets fucking, what's the word, perception wrong. When he can't walk right because he can't get his depth perception right. John Travolta gets the munchies and ends up having paralysis in his face, and he's sitting at a funeral like a grievance wake, and he's like, it's just really funny actually. Seth Green delivers really well. He's got some funny little bits, very similar role to he had in American Sweetheart. He's like the, you know, like the little assistant who's ends up being like the pun of a joke or the back end of a slap gag as well. Kids are class in it. The little girl is John Travolta's daughter as well. But yeah, they go on this mad adventure, and he tries to win the kids back, and he wants to be a part of their life and stuff like that. So it's got a lot of morals in it as well. But I've never seen Brittany laugh so much, so constant, and so many times. There is some really funny bits. For a PG, I mean, Williams nearly gets killed in a tanning salon, and he comes out looking like, as a little kid says, an Oompa Loompa. And then you've got Indian people coming up to him in the train station trying to talk to him for directions, and he's just looking at him, and it's just like, I'm shocked that it's a PG. But if you haven't seen Old Dogs, I highly recommend it. Oh, it's got comedy on as well, so that will go back over there to listen to. Right, I'll see you in the outtakes for Jumanji. Right, let's do Jumanji very quickly. I picked this up $2.99. It was a bit of a crime. I went to see this at the Pictures at Butlins with my nana. God bless. It's one of the last. I think it's the last thing I ever seen with my nana before she passed. I was really young when that happened. I just remember the film on in Butlins. Big movie coming out. Robin Williams again, as I talked about before. Mrs. Doubtfire hit big. He had, like, Hook had been hit big. He was the go-to, and again he would differ in the darker films, like Final Cut, like 1 hour photo, like very quickly I need to film this because the lights come flashing better. This looks great on Blu-ray. The special effects, you can tell the special effects, but like the bit where the lion comes out the shadows is fucking terrifying because it's there. You can see it there before it even appears, and that is brilliant. It's the same with the crocodile. It's really there. The elephants and rhinos and stampedes is good. It's the kid from Little Parish is the kid from High Fidelity. Again, it looks really well. It is class. The copper is brilliant. Some of the comedy things is absolutely class, from these car falling to bits. It's me, Alan, the brakes slamming on, and all that kinds of stuff. It is really, really funny. Sorry, jump cut. Camera went flat. Brilliant. Well done, Stephen. Talk a little bit more about Jumanji anyway. Loved it. I think the special effects are really good. Comedy bits. It was on just in the background, and I was laughing, really laughing at it generally. Even though I've seen it multiple times, have it on Blu-ray, have it on DVD. Just ran downstairs for the postman, getting all that breath. Lay off the drugs. So yeah, the new front cover anyway is a bit weird because we used to just have black and Robin creeping over saying Jumanji. That was it, and now we just got fucking sporadic colour everywhere. Now Zavura came next, which has slightly been discarded even though John Favreau has directed it. So since the guys went on to direct stuff like Chef. But yeah, again, Jungle Book and Lion King, you think that they wouldn't try to keep that in the realm. You know, you could go through it and CGI it instead of saying it could be Jumanji. Just change everything CGI and set in space. Be fine. But yeah, that when I watched Goosebumps, I don't think Goosebumps ever made a review. I said Goosebumps was sort of an absolute sort of clone of Jumanji. Jack Black's in it, and Jack Black went to be in the sequel to this. But it's in there from the cast of Goosebumps. Goosebumps sneak peek, reflections on Jumanji. So it's kind of saying, yeah, we borrowed a lot from Jumanji. Well, yeah. But no, there's some really funny bits. There's some awesome bits. Some scary bits, you know what I mean, practical effects, and just on the era of CGI where it was just fucking chaos and stuff, but that's what people want. But yeah, sets it nicely off. It was great to revisit that actually. But yeah, that was Old Dogs and Jumanji back to back, just before I go to work. That's why the lighting's wrong, that's why I just make stuff because I can, really. But yeah, right, thanks for watching. Definitely check out Old Dogs. Goodbye for now. Quick outtake, someone was not happy that she was in the Old Dogs video, and since I haven't edited the video, you can be in Old Dogs.
Don't, because I'm not stopped.
Yeah.
Have you released the Old Dogs video?
No, I haven't even edited it yet, so yeah.
Get in.
You were like, oh, let's do a review for Old Dogs. Like, you already done one, you were like...
It's one of the best comedies I've ever seen, ever, in my whole entire existence. And he was like, oh, I've already done it. I was like, okay.
The bit where he kicks the ball in the face of the kid, hilarious. The bit where they mix the drugs up, hilarious. The funeral with the paralysis, hilarious. Trying to play golf.
I can't deal. I cannot deal at all.
It's a really good film.
It was what was I like? Like, come on, like it's one of them. Like,
since we've been together, I've never seen you laugh so much. Then ask me to rewind a movie.
No, it's happened another time. I've laughed that much at a movie once before this one. You know what? When I think it was. I'm not going to do that. Was Steve Martin in it?
Steve Martin.
And there was jokes about the Chinese and stuff.
Steve Martin and jokes.
Oh, was it Steve Martin? Oh, there was a film. There was one film, and it was absolutely brilliant. And I'm sure it was the other one that I was like, rewind that bit. When I say rewind that bit, it's funny. I'm trying
to think of films I watched with Steve Martin. It's not my go-to actor. I'm not Bowfinger.
Was that Eddie Murphy?
Yeah.
I fell asleep at that.
Well, it wasn't that one then.
Oh, it might, you know it is. It might not even be Steve Martin. Anyway, we're going a little bit off topic here, but yeah, John Travolta, man, and Robin Williams and Seth Green. Seth Green in the cage with a gorilla. I thought of Baby's Day Out at that scene. You know, when he gets stuck in the cage.
That's good. I started listening to comedy the other night. It was pretty good. There's some pretty like cool shots of Roosevelt. They were doing their own shots in New York, so a lot of it's not like they sort of went for it, and it's obviously based off Robin and John Travolta. But the runabout, like some of the scenes were filmed at 3 o'clock in the morning, and they had mass hysteria. Like the fan base, and they were like, "Can you calm down? We're trying to film this movie." But again, it'll happen. You know, it's great. It's a shame. I mean, I'm sure they must have crossed paths early on, because Williams and Travolta were massive back in the 70s with stuff like Mork and Mindy and whatever Travolta was doing coming off Greasy. He was in a lot of TV shows. I think the collaboration worked really well. Dexter Shepard and Lewis Gutzman as the handyman were quite funny as well.
I thought the kids were great. Kids were awesome.
One of them's John Travolta's kid, yeah.
Oh, the daughter. She is, yeah.
Yeah, so
definitely one of the best comedies I've ever seen. But it came out like 10 years ago.
But it comes up and it's Disney. It comes up with Disney Fastplay at the start of the movie, and it's so like, you know, it's funny in a way, but like, I think maybe if they pushed it to a 12, it could have been even funnier.
Maybe. But like, this came out 10 years ago, and I was like, I love Robin Williams. I love John Travolta, and I did not remember it coming out at HMV at all. When I worked there, I was like, I don't remember this. But then I've told a few people about it since we've watched it, and they've been like, what's that? And nobody knows about this film. Everybody should go and watch this film.
Yeah, I mean it's not available anymore, but you do see it about. It is worth watching. It's Robin Williams, John Travolta,
Seth Green,
and a big gorilla on the front cover. So yeah, definitely watch it.
Yeah. And
now Brittany's actually in the review, so she's happy. So thanks for watching.
Just a funeral scene.
I'm not laughing. Why are you laughing at a funeral? I'm not really. You're not. Meanwhile, Robin Williams is trying to play golf with depth perception. And the thing is as well, I mean, it has great fun because the Japanese, obviously, they've got, like, when he looks at them, the heads are huge and that, they're all like trying to back off. Obviously, you got a Kinchiwa and bow to them, and he's just like.
You know what the funniest bit was though? I got you to rewind. It was something with the car. Did he?
Wait, no, because he's trying to get ready, and he's trying to put his foot to try his shoelace, and he keeps putting his foot in the boot.
Yeah, that was it, and I just found it the funniest thing, and couldn't breathe at all.
Right, thanks for watching. Goodbye.
Bye.
And now, the end is here.